Good afternoon and welcome back to Adventures for Anyone. And no, it's not a Transportation Tuesday, but it is a trip I took from Long Wharf to Charlestown Navy Yard in Boston. Now, there are many things going on down at Long Wharf. You've got the aquarium, you've got every water tour in town, pretty much. Jet boats, harbor tours, hop-on, hop-off type of things. There's also the hop-on, hop-off buses there. There's a tea station, which is how we got down to Long Wharf. Lots of shopping to be done, and on the other side of you is Quincy Market. Busy, busy neighborhood. So the day we went down there, the weather was questionable, and we decided to skip taking a tour which could cost from $30 up to God knows what. Now, here is the thing about Boston. There's a lot in that old Long Wharf neighborhood to do. There's a whole lot of things to see. But the best way to get on public transportation over to the USS Constitution in the Navy Yard is to hop on a ferry, which is exactly what we did. Now, the ferry is part of the T system, but they are adjusting their Charlie cards. Things are in a bit of flux. So we paid $7 for a round-trip ticket in cash. It was just easier. You can also use your credit card. It's about a 10, maybe on the outside 15-minute ride, but for that $7 round trip, you get beautiful views of the skyline of the city, everything around that waterfront area. It's a beautiful, beautiful ride. Now, on the day that we went, we were dealing with some questionable weather, so it's not going to be the in-depth trip I'd hoped to give you. But it was a questionable yet beautiful afternoon for a boat ride. This was in September, just after Labor Day. It was absolutely gorgeous. I was wearing shorts. It was wonderful out. As you can see, Boston's getting into some of these luxury condos along the harbor front and this kind of thing. But Boston is a very compact city, so everything that your average tourist person is going to want to do is really compact. You can see the suspension bridge from the ever-famous Big Dig project of the early 2000s, and that you will see virtually everywhere you go. Everything in the old town is centered around that. So you always have that as your landmark, so you know you're not too far from wherever you started. But once again, it was a beautiful ferry ride. You get a nice narrative about things you're passing as you go across that harbor area and that bay area, and before you know it, you're pulling into the Charlestown Navy Yards here. Now, the Charlestown Navy Yards are open 24 hours a day for you just to wander. Most of the attractions are 10 to 4. The USS Constitution is open from 9:30 to 5. This is pretty much year-round, but always check ahead in case things happen to be closed for any type of special occasion. You'll find over here, you also have, this is one of the strangest things I've seen, but it looked really, really cool, a club and bar made out of an old abandoned wharf building. And then all across you have the Wildlife Wonders exhibit that's done by Gilly and Mark, and this here that you're looking at are the Arms of Friendship, and these are some really cool statues and sculptures to see around this area over in Charlestown Navy Yards. And as you pass that by, you go into the Navy Yards. You've got the Commandant's House, you've got the museum that you can go to, you have both the USS Constitution and the USS Cassin Young over here. The Constitution, Old Ironsides, is very famous. Spoiler alert! We went over here to see the USS Constitution and the area, and we saw the mini golf, and we saw the cobble streets where the trolleys used to come through in the trains, and we saw the old barracks, and we saw a lot of things, but we did not see the Constitution. Be aware, most of the activities over here are free. There is a suggested donation, they're posted, but they also have a good bit of security especially at the USS Constitution site. So what happened there was my husband had a pocket knife that he uses for work. He didn't think anything of it. And they do put you through a metal detector. They do look in your purses, ladies. And he wasn't able to get on the boat because of his pocket knife. So remember to put your pocket knives back in your luggage. Leave them in your room. Don't take them to the Constitution. And then we saw the old dry docks. And here it is, the beautiful Constitution that we did not go on that day, but what are you going to do? I mean, we have security in this country for a reason. Remember that, be respectful of it. And my poor husband, he just forgot. He was perfectly understanding, and hopefully we'll get back another time. But as our afternoon wore on, we got to see a little bit here and there, but the weather settled in, so we soon boarded that ferry back to Long Wharf, so that we could get in out of the weather before it broke loose, which it did. So I hope you got a little taste of the Charlestown Navy Yard, and I hope you enjoyed this, and like and subscribe. I will see you very soon.
Hi, I'm Terry. Thank you for joining me today on Adventures for Anyone, and join me again in the future and like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And I can teach you where to go in the Northeast, how to have fun, and how to travel the way I do, which is as a budget traveler. Thank you again. Have a great day.